The Lost Children movie review. So my wife and I just watched this movie, The Lost Children. It was really good. It's done in a documentary style, and they have original footage. They have footage that is, reenacted. But the story, I remember hearing about the story in the news, that there were children that survived a plane crash in the middle of the Colombian jungle. This is a jungle where the government doesn't even know it's there. It's like uncharted, okay? And the plane crashes. And it's got a beacon on it. For some reason, it didn't last long enough or whatever, so they couldn't get a real good pinpoint on where the plane actually was. But, and there's all this tension down there. You've got the indigenous people. They don't like the military because, like in most countries, the military and the indigenous people had had some really bad clashes, and usually, almost always, the indigenous people lose. And then we also have the terrorists, the drug people and everything. So they're going into this jungle trying to find this plane, and the soldiers are there thinking, oh my goodness, we could run into terrorists at any minute. We could run into just some people who don't like the military or whatever. And so then some of the indigenous people decide they want to search too. And they have the same problem, of course. They're thinking, what if the military sees us and shoots us? They do cross paths at one point, and the indigenous people convince them that, they're searching too. And but it's just very interesting. Of course, in a country there are a few places that I would never want to go. Well, there's probably a lot of them, but one of them would be Colombia. I just think that it's tremendous strife and whatever. And so they get to the plane. There's a couple dead adults in it, but there's no children. The children are gone. And they're like, what happened with this? Oh, when planes hit, you can find suitcases around way different places and everything, and maybe the children kind of, in some point, were thrown out of the plane, maybe on the way down, whatever, who knows. And they start going around looking, and they find that someone's rummaged through the luggage looking for certain things. And so they come to the conclusion that these children are still alive. And so starts the hunt. I won't give you any more of the studies than that, this plot than that, but it's just an amazing story of people in Colombia coming together, these two groups, the indigenous, well, let's say, the indigenous group, the military, then we'll call three the regular population that they're still out of indigenous people, but they're living what you would call a more modern life. Primitive skills that the indigenous people have, some of those things are going to play a big part in what happens with these children. So, The Lost Children, my wife and I liked it a lot, and I think you will too. And just, if you like children, or you like survival, whatever, I think it's a good movie. Bye.